joined here, again, very intimate session, with the director of The Velvet Underground, played at my high school.
That's right. I'm Robert.
Hi, Robert. Did The Velvet Underground play at your high school?
That's right. I co-directed it.
And did your co-director also was in the same high school?
I'm sorry?
Was your co-director in the same high school?
The Velvet Underground did not play at my high school.
Oh.
The Velvet Underground, this happened in 1965.
Oh, yeah.
That was a long time ago. So yeah, they played at his high school, and that's the whole thing. There you go.
Do you like the Velvet Underground?
I'm a big Velvet Underground fan. Make no mistake. Black.
Fair enough. Yeah.
In the uniform, but I mean, the reason I did yes. The Velvet Underground totally drew me in, but it was just also this crazy story. It's just this idea that like this spaceship landed and like four people in like black turtlenecks and sunglasses came out and blew these kids' minds and then went back into the spaceship and disappeared.
Wow.
Right? It's like First Contact is what it was.
It definitely has an alien dimension to it.
Yeah.
How did you get involved in the project?
He told me the story. He told me the story over like a beer, and then
you were like, "Let's co-direct it."
Actually, it wasn't a beer. It actually was in an elevator. Literally. It was just like talking.
With a beer.
Yeah, with beers.
In coffee cups.
Well, I was asking him. I was bouncing stuff around, and then he was just like, I don't know how to make this film. And also Tony Gianelli is a great cinematographer. So he wanted to shoot like interviews and things like that. But he wanted to make something small. And I said, why don't you animate it? And then he was like, I don't know anything about animation. And then he asked me, do you know anything about animation? And I lied. I told him I did. It was a total lie, absolute lie.
Well,
the
not
truth
anymore.
is out.
Yeah. Out there. But now it's not a lie anymore. It's a truth.
No, that's the funny thing is like now people are asking me like what's my next animated project and all that stuff, and I'm I told my animator, I was like, I don't know what to tell him because I'm not an animator. And then he looked at me and was like, no, Rob, yeah, you kind of are now. And I was like, yeah, okay. And we developed, it's funny thing is like we developed a style, we developed a method, and now we're like, I asked him, I said like, how long would it take us to make this film now? And he's like, we could knock this film out in like 12 weeks. And like that's not a bad schedule. That's good. I'll do that. We can market that. Robert Pietri, robertpietri.com. That's actually not my URL. I don't have that URL.
And how was it to work with a co-director? Because it's always tricky because directors tend to have their way of thinking.
Here's the thing, is Tony basically wanted to make sure, he was just like, look, I'm not going to bump into you. I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to make sure whenever you veer off the path, I'm going to get you back on the path. And he was very much like, okay, what was it like at that moment? It's like, it wasn't like that, Rob. And I'm like, yeah, but this is cooler. And he's like, yeah, but it wasn't like that. Because he very much wanted to understand it. Like, it's a documentary. And I'm like, yes. It is a documentary, but also we're doing visual storytelling, so we're gonna have to move stuff around here, and that's basically what it was. Is he just kept me honest? He was I wouldn't say he was Jiminy Cricket. He wasn't that small. That's the whole thing. He was more like a giant Jiminy Cricket, like a full-blown Jiminy Cricket. Just like, okay, yeah, but it wasn't oppressive. It wasn't like it was a very effortless thing. You know what I mean? He was just like just keep the story, and he told the story. He narrated the whole thing. So it was a pretty effortless thing. It was a very effortless process. I'm going to say effortless one more time.
Again.
Effortless. Like that. So
tell us, what is your favorite song from the Velvet Underground?
My favorite song from the Velvet Underground is either Venus and Furs or I Heard Her Call My Name.